All right, welcome. Today, Henry is going to show everyone who missed the lesson how to make a clay mug. Ready?
Okay.
All right, so we have the directions right here on the screen. The first is to roll a 1/4 inch slab, which we have here. If you missed the how to roll a 1/4 inch slab YouTube movie, that will be up soon. All right, so now, the first thing we need is our needle tool. You got your needle tool? Okay, you can see that step number 2 is to trim your slab. So we are going to hold the ruler with one hand and the needle tool with the other and trim the bottom edge. Go for it.
What's going on?
Oh my gosh. Okay. Go ahead and peel off that scrap piece because we're going to use it later. Just set it to the side. Nice work. All right. Now we are going to trim the top part of the mug. We're working on a canvas board today, and that's to keep our clay from sticking to the table. So make sure you have a canvas board out when you start. All right. Now go ahead, Henry, and trim off the top of that. Make sure you're holding your ruler steady. You can do either along the top of the straight edge or the bottom, depending on how tall you want your mug to be. Great. And now you can either choose to have a curved edge here, or you can go ahead and use your straight edge on that as well and make it straight. All right, and go ahead and peel those off and set them to the side. Okay. Now we are going to make our base. So to do that, we're going to get a little bit of our extra clay and we're going to get it really tight into a ball. Now if you have an extra clay from before, you can do that as well. This is kind of fun. So once that's really compressed and really tight, Henry's going to take the rolling pin and he's going to put a couple slats on each side so that it doesn't get uneven, and he's just going to roll that into a nice circular shape. And you might want to stand up and put your weight right on the middle of that, or you can sit there. I would switch directions too right now. Nope. Oh yeah, good. That works. I really want to thank Henry for helping me with this movie today.
You're welcome.
Thank you. All right, go ahead and stop. Now we want to find something kind of round, so you could use like the inside of this tape or the cup or the water bottle. Actually, I would unscrew that top part of the water bottle, Henry, and go ahead and set it on there if you want to use that. I would use the actual lid. I think would be a better size. So Henry's going to use, so you can see how you can use anything as a stencil.
Or you can just pound it.
Yeah, he's going to go ahead and cut. Well, go ahead and try that. We'll see what happens. All right, and then he's going to use his needle tool to go ahead and get that cut out. And I would just drag it through. There you go. Nice. The next step is really important. We are going to slip and score. So Henry is going to go ahead and score all along the outside edge of that. Go real fast. I'll be right back.
I spent all morning with Liz this morning, which is why. That is actually not exactly. Back where? Yeah,
No, I don't even have a license. I don't know how to drive. I don't even got my phone. I got nothing.
Do you want all this to be around here?
My mom keeps it on. You just have to get your permit.
All right, you got that all scored?
Yes.
Great.
Oh my God.
What is that?
Good. What a thing is great.
Just a little power. Okay.
Yeah. I could.
Okay. So now we've got a nice scored edge on this, and we are going to do the same thing right along the edge of the bottom. So go ahead and score the edge of the bottom real quick. While he's doing that, I'm gonna,
Here.
yep, right along this edge. Let's see, where's my camera now? Right around this bottom edge, right here is where we're gonna make our next set of score marks.
Michael, wait, which Michael was
And
it?
it's important to work quickly, so I'm gonna go ahead and help you. Where is our slip?
Right here.
Great, and we're gonna put some clay in that. Okay, go ahead and keep scoring real nice and quick. Thank you. All right, nice job. So now we have a scored edge on our bottom piece as well as our edge piece. 5-minute cleanup warning, guys. I'll write you a pass.
Okay.
All right, so we are, go ahead and put slip all over that part, Henry. And I'm gonna make you a little mold out of a piece of newspaper here.
Just like bring that sun up in the head. I don't even know how to make a handle, guys. Okay.
What about this space? What about this thing?
And just put them back in the bag there.
What about this?
Okay, leave that flat. Good question. So now what we're gonna do is we've got a newspaper mold that's gonna be smaller than the base. And it is time to attach our edge to the base. So what we're gonna do, go ahead and stand this up, Henry, and wrap it around. And you're gonna have some overlap probably. Watch that over there. That's okay. All right, go for it. We're going around the base right now, and then choose which side you want to overlap and which side you want to go under, or we're probably going to actually want to trim some of that off. So do you want to trim a little bit of that off, or do you want a big overlap like
Big
that?
overlap.
Okay, so we're going to have an overlapped edge on ours. So what we're going to need to do is a little bit more slipping and scoring. So go ahead and slip and score right in between those edges. I'm just going to pause this for a minute. All right, so now we've got, Henry's done a real nice job of getting some score marks on there and getting some slip marks. So the next step is to smooth it all out. So the way that we're going to do that is we're going to look here at the bottom, and I've selected several tools that are potentials. We've got a plastic tool and a couple different metal tools, but you always want to make sure you support with one hand while you're smoothing with the other hand. So I'm going around and I'm going to smooth the bottom edge out. Remember, we want to make these watertight. Just make sure you always have one hand on the outside of your container so that it holds its shape. And then you can use that slip you've created to additionally seal your edge. So go ahead and try that, Henry. Just support the edge, make sure it stays nice and round. And then we're going to do the same thing with the side after you're done with that. Okay, so Henry's got the bottom mostly smoothed out. Additionally, you can take an angled tool and kind of trim the bottom edge. We want everything we do to be nice and smooth and even all the way around. Now, Henry, do you want this to look overlapped like that, or do you want to blend it into the mug?
Blend it in.
Okay, so if you want to make this disappear, this seam, what we're going to do is just take our slip and take whatever tool works best for us. Make sure again that you're supporting the inside with one hand and then pulling that edge around. So now that I've showed Henry how to do that on his mug, smoothing out the seam, he is going to work with one hand inside and one hand outside and smooth out that seam. All right, so now Henry has got his seam really nice and smooth on the outside, and the top looks good too. So now all he has left to do is smooth out the inside seams along the bottom and the side, and smooth out the rim where he'll be drinking from. So he's going to choose whichever tool worked the best, and he's going to keep one hand on the outside, working on the inside, smoothing that out. A lot of times the thing that works best is just to use some water slip and your fingers to smooth those out. Again, it just depends on different artists are comfortable with different things, and a lot of times it's a combination. But almost anything can be used as a clay tool. Just remember what we keep repeating. Keep one hand on the inside to stabilize it and one hand on the outside. And after Henry finishes that, he is going to have a completed mug base, and we can talk about decorating. So go to it, Henry.
6 wide.
So is that as hard as you thought it'd be?
Yes.
Yes, even harder?
Yes.
Do you think you'll get it done?
It's still recording, by the way.
Oh, I know. Do you think you'll get it done?
No.
Do you think you'll get it done?
Yes.
I thought so. Are you having a little bit of fun?
No.
Are you going to have fun drinking out of your mug that you made by yourself?
Maybe.
Okay.
This with me. Can I go to my locker?
Yep.
Oh, whoa. Pretty photo.
All right. Are you ready for me to stop recording?
Yes.
Are you going to let me post this to YouTube?
No.
Please?
No.
Please?
No.
Please?
No.
Please?
No.
She won't
Please?
stop until you say
Please?
yes.
No.
Please?
No.
Please?
No.
I'll give you extra credit.
Okay.
Okay.